The average full-time creator actually spends over 40 hours a week, literally a full-time job, just on post-production. Welcome to today's Explainer, where we're unpacking something that is honestly a total game changer, the AI video automation pipeline. We're going to see how creators and businesses are basically building digital content factories using nothing but the raw power of AI. If you're feeling kind of burnt out by the sheer volume of content you need to push out these days, well, you're in exactly the right place. We are breaking down the specific tools, the systems, and the workflows that make hands-free video production a reality.
So imagine for a second, what if you could run a massive YouTube channel, a TikTok, or an Instagram page without ever touching a camera? No setting up mics, no staring blankly at video editing software for hours. We're talking about taking a simple text prompt and turning it into a fully rendered, perfectly lit 4K video in just a matter of minutes. It sounds completely like science fiction, right? But looking at our sources today, it's actually the very real present for scalable, hands-off content creation.
10 hours. To put that into perspective, that is the baseline amount of time creators are getting back every single week by ditching their manual grind for these automated pipelines. And think about what getting 10 hours back actually means for a second. That's an entire working day. Or, your whole weekend back. Instead of endlessly scrubbing through timelines in Premiere Pro or constantly fixing your audio levels, you actually get your time back to focus on high-level strategy, building your community, and real growth. Okay, so here's the blueprint for the Explainer today. We'll start with the content creation bottleneck, look at the orchestration layer, dive into the AI video generators themselves, check out some real-world automation workflows, and then finally talk about the future of AI content. All right, starting off with part 1, the content creation bottleneck and how we actually escape that daily grind. So the old school way of making content is just, well, it's exhausting. You know the drill. You're ideating, scripting, messing with ring lights, transferring SD cards, editing, rendering, and uploading by hand. The whole shebang. It's a massive bottleneck. But this modern automated assembly line, it completely flips the script. An idea logged into Airtable acts as an instant trigger. An automation platform catches that trigger via an API, routes your text directly through AI video and voice generators, and boom, it literally spits out a published video on the other side. The bottleneck isn't just wider, it's completely shattered. Let's move smoothly into part 2, the orchestration layer, or what I like to call the digital conveyor belts. Now, true automation isn't just magic, right? It needs a reliable system to connect all the moving parts. That's where orchestrators like Make.com, N8N, and Zapier step in. And they aren't just blindly passing notes back and forth between apps. They handle some incredibly complex logic behind the scenes. They use webhooks to actively listen for changes in your database, parse the incoming data, and trigger precise API calls to your AI tools in a sequential chain. They are the connective tissue making all this happen without you needing to code. But every good factory absolutely needs a warehouse. Tools like Airtable and Google Sheets act as your central storage. They house your scripts, your system prompts, and all your variables. And this storage is highly dynamic. Let's say you just change a status from scripted to ready for voice in a spreadsheet cell. Well, that exact event fires off a webhook that literally wakes the AI up, telling it to grab the text and immediately start synthesizing the audio. All right, section 3, AI video generators, which are basically our specialized factory machines. So think about how a single piece of content actually travels down this digital line. Airtable holds the raw idea, then ChatGPT structures it into a dynamic, engaging script. Next, that text data gets securely passed over to 11 labs to synthesize a highly accurate emotive voice clone. And finally, that audio file is routed straight into platforms like HeyGen, ByteDance's Seance, or Creatimate to animate the visuals and render the final cut. Every single specialized machine does exactly one job, and it does it perfectly. But here's the catch. You absolutely have to match the exact right AI tool to your specific bottleneck. Our sources highlight exactly how to do this. Need snappy influencer-style clips? ABG CMO handles that. Just need to automatically cut and caption? That's Reap. If you're starting from a totally blank page, InVideo AI uses advanced prompt chaining to automatically write the script, scrape stock B-roll, and edit it together seamlessly. Or if you're repurposing content, Pictory uses natural language processing to rip through a massive 1-hour webinar transcript, extracting only the punchiest moments to turn into your shorts. Okay, part 4, real-world automation workflows. Let's see this factory actually in action. Let's start with the affiliate marketing workflow, which is built entirely for speed. You basically feed a target URL into a tool like ViralWave Studio. The AI doesn't just look at it, it actively scrapes the page text, extracts user reviews to build social proof right into the script, pulls all the high-res product images, and instantly animates them into a unified, high-converting video. All that's left is for you to publish it with your tracking link. Next is the faceless avatar pipeline. Honestly, this is an absolute game changer for solo creators. You can literally pump out 5 to 10 high-quality videos in 20 minutes without ever getting camera ready. ChatGPT rewrites a script, 11 Labs spins up a voice clone, and then HeyGen perfectly maps those audio waveforms to a digital avatar's lip movements. It looks insanely real, and Zapier just auto-publishes the whole thing while you're literally out grabbing a coffee.
But this next one, this is probably the most epic advanced workflow we found in our sources, the N8N ByteDance loop. It is essentially a fully autonomous passive income machine. Inside the N8N orchestrator, a scheduled trigger runs every 2 hours. It pings OpenAI for a fresh concept from a dynamic list, sends that idea to ByteDance's science model to generate a stunning vertical video, uses an audio node to layer on some satisfying ASMR sound effects, and automatically uploads it. It is literally creating, scoring, and publishing highly optimized content around the clock while you are fast asleep, no joke.
Finally, bringing us to part 5, the future of AI content, where strategy completely takes over output. Look, automation gives you unbelievable speed, absolutely. But, and this is absolutely crucial, you have to keep human approval in the workflow. Without those guardrails, an AI might confidently hallucinate a wild, inaccurate claim about a product or, I don't know, render an avatar casually holding a coffee cup with 6 fingers. By just implementing a human-in-the-loop step where the orchestrator sends you a quick Slack message to approve a draft, you ensure brand safety. The AI does the heavy lifting, but you provide the taste. There's this really great quote from our sources: AI builds the factory, but humans must still direct the vision. And that really hits the nail on the head for this new era. The reality is, these incredible AI tools are basically becoming commoditized. Pretty soon, everyone is going to have access to the exact same high-end video generators and perfect voice clones. Because the execution part is totally solved, your unique angle, your deep understanding of your audience, and your creative strategy are literally the only true differentiators left. Which leaves us with one pretty exciting question to think about. What workflow are you going to automate first? Are you going to build that scraped affiliate review pipeline, a massive faceless avatar channel, or maybe dive straight into that fully autonomous NN scheduling loop? The tools are right out there, just waiting for you to piece them together. Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer, and I highly encourage you to take that first step. Go start building your own digital content factory today.